Hello, my name is Tara Arvin, and we are going to give a brief presentation over the Unified Games and what our program did with EVSC.
And I am Kelsey Koester.
And I'm Emma Williams.
So what is occupational therapy? So occupational therapy's role is to ensure that individuals can participate in their activities of daily living. So for a child, their participation involves play, and with play, all of their growth and development is done through experiences of play. So children with disabilities are at a disadvantage because they are unable to participate in these type of activities. So what USI did is they partnered with EVSC and they created adaptive equipment to allow these children with disabilities, physical and cognitive deficits, to be able to participate in the Unified Games. So the purpose of the Unified Games is to allow these children independent participation. So whereas somebody would have to help them with tossing a ball, they had adaptive equipment that allowed them to participate independently in their school's Unified Games.
Okay, and so I'll cover instructional design. USI provided funding for the development of low-tech assistive technology, and I'll talk a little bit about what some of the materials that we used were later. The occupational therapy program, we're divided into second years and first years. So for the second year group, students worked in groups of 4 or 5 to create the equipment. They're given 4 class periods and different lab times to complete the equipment, and this was done approximately throughout 1 month. With this of time, they made 8 different types of equipment, and I'll give an example of what one of them we used was. So we had a ring launcher, and with that, we would take a disc and we stuck it in, there was a motor that would shoot it out, and the kids would try to reach a goal with that, and all they had to do was push on a lever, and they had a lot of fun with that.
So the process was in 3 different steps. And the first one is developing community and university relationship. And then that one entails start with a contract. So you need to know the clinician. Start small. The student visits and makes observations on what exactly they want to make. Then we scheduled meetings and discuss ideas and brainstorm different possibilities. And then there was lots of planning and being able to communicate with one another. The second step was planning, and more planning. So this is where they projected a proposal and they discussed with the community partner with what outcome will happen. They came up with goals and actions and who's accountable. They had a specific time frame that they needed to meet for each goal and action that they wanted to have completed. And they decided what goals and actions. So this included funding, purchasing, and the tools that were needed. And the third step was details. So they took the list of goals and action steps and figured out how to actually put those into plan and when they would meet each one. And they made a table of goals and action steps. They listed out when and how each one will be met. And the last thing was making sure that they held each other accountable.
Okay, so I'll cover the results. Once the equipment was designed, the first year group, which includes us 3, we were able to go out and participate in the Unified Games with the students. And through this, we were able to apply what we learned through coursework to fit the needs of our community being EVSC. And we were able to see how the results of our work benefit them. Like, they just had a blast. We got to see them participate in games they would never get to do normally without the use of assistive technology. So the use of assistive technology helped foster participation and promote independence among EVSC students participating in the Unified Game Day.
And that is the conclusion of our presentation. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.